Hello and thank you for watching another episode of the Linux Innovation. In this video, we'll be showing you how to use the tab utility. First, let's log in. Then after logging in, we proceed to open a terminal. Let's maximize it. And let's type sudo tab. Let's put our password. And this have launched the tab utility. The tab utility is primarily used to monitor many of the different areas on a system, ranging from memory, CPUs, workload, uh, uptimes, processes. We're starting the tab, and we could see that this is the system time. This is how long the system has been running. This is the number of users connecting to the system. If you have a multi-user system, this will change. Then the next element is the load average. So in the load average, primarily, if you can see, it's split up into three different columns. The first column is actually providing you the average in 1 minute interval. The second column is in 5 minute interval. And the third column is in 15-minute interval. And that's the average of the workload. Then you're in the next line, we're able to see the task. This particular system has currently running 269 total tasks. Now all of them are running, 3 of them are running in this case, and 267 are sleeping. None of them are stopped, and we don't have any zombie processes. Then we jump to the CPU line. This is a multi-CPU system, so if you type the number 1, you're able to see how many cores you have in the system. In our case, we have 2. So the way the CPU workloads are divided primarily in multi-threaded applications. In our case, the user space in our system is 0.7, and the system CPU workload is 0.2. And then this is the nice process CPU consumption. We don't have any. And the idle CPU consumption. This system is not taxed, so it's barely using any. The way this is the time that the I/O is actually waiting to get processed by the CPU. In our case, we're not taxing the system, so it is 0. This is the hardware interval, and this is the software interrupt. So the hardware interrupt and the software interrupt are primarily associated. The hardware interrupt primarily associated with input-output devices like your keyboard, and the software interrupts devices associated with actual software programs that are running on your system. The next line shows the memory in megabytes. This system has roughly 2 gigabytes of memory total. Right now, it has about 100 megabytes of memory free, and it's using about 1.2 gigs of memory. Its current buffer and cache is actually holding 460 roughly megabytes. And then the swap space is a 2 gigabyte swap total. It has about 1.9, or almost the entire swap is free. It's only using 57.5 megabytes of swap. And then it has a total available swap of 385 megs. Down under, you can see a series of columns ranging from process ID, user, priority, niceness of a process, the virtual memory of a process, um, and a few other parameters including CPU, memory, time, space, and the command that is actually running. Particularly in this instance, the variant is defined by workload. So the variable that you see here, the refresh rate, is done by the CPU. We can change that by clicking the Shift key and the greater than sign, and that will shift the actual priority or refresh to be memory. So in our case right now, we have CPU. If we hit the Shift key followed by the greater than sign, then the priority will become the memory itself. So process will, by default, will be showing you in the priority of memory, CPU consumption, and then you could use Shift greater than sign in your keyboard, and then the memory priority will take effect. There are other parameters that you can use. Just try to use the man pages so you can evaluate further parameters regarding tab. There's an array of different parameters and different variables. For now, this is a brief introduction to tab. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.